Welcome back. The Minnesota State women's soccer team has 3 shutouts in 3 games so far this season. I'm Rob Clark, joined alongside head coach Brian Ball. Coach, how exciting of a start has it been for this team to be unbeaten in the non-conference slated schedule?
Yeah, it's obviously really exciting. I think, coming in, we knew it was maybe the hardest non-conference schedule we've ever had. And so to come out of it, sitting unbeaten still is really exciting. And to get 2 wins, even more impressive. And I know we've talked about with the ladies already, we haven't even played anywhere near what we're capable of doing. And to still have found a way to win was huge.
As a coach, when you see those 2 wins, the one coming up against Grand Valley, top 5 team, how infectious is that for this group really moving forward, especially considering those were emotional 1-goal wins?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think it just, continues to build the confidence in what we can be. To go on the road in that type of environment, like you said, top 5 matchup out at Grand Valley, a hard place to win, really, really hard place to win. And so to go in there, maybe not always be the better team, on the field for the full 90 minutes, but we were good enough to find a way to win a game. And as we continue to develop, if we can have the fight, and I told them after the game, we just had tremendous fight and tremendous heart, and those things carried us to the win. As we get better and better, we'll lean on that still, but lots of good things ahead.
What is it about this group where the calm collectiveness stays no matter what the score is, and they seem extremely comfortable playing in those 0-0 games?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time, that, we're going to be faced with adversity, and, we want to be able to rely on each other in those moments and keep our composure and help each other keep our composure and just keep playing, never too high, never too low, no matter what's thrown at us, just play a full 90 minutes. And, if we do that, we do the things that we want to do and be the team that we want to be, execute when we have our opportunities, more times than not, it's going to go our way.
What is the biggest difference between non-conference and then once we get into the conference slate? Because these teams in the NSIC, there's not really any tricks that you can throw at them that they've already really seen.
Yeah, all of us in the conference know each other obviously very well. I think the tough thing is, you play such a really tough non-conference schedule where you're playing ranked opponents, and we've certainly got some of that in our league as well. But I think just any given day in this league, if you don't bring your best, you can get beat. And a lot of really high quality teams and some great coaches and tough environments to play in. So we really just needed to stay locked in and focused and make sure that we're playing to a standard that is our standard, not focusing so much on maybe who the opponent is. So.
You mentioned earlier that you felt like this team still has a long ways to go to playing your best soccer. What are some of the areas you want to see this group improve in over the next couple of weeks or so?
Yeah, obviously we haven't scored an abundance of goals yet. Obviously I think our opponents have had something to do with that. But, we need to create more chances. Chance creation has definitely been a point of emphasis as we've gone over the last 2 weeks. We want to continue to obviously stay really strong defensively. Our full team effort defensively is what's carried us to this point. But yeah, really just chance creation, keep developing the continuity that we have amongst the players, so that when we utilize a lot of our depth, and so whenever we're mixing those different lineups together, we want to make sure that everybody can be on the same page. So just continuing to progress in that way as well.
And I know we've talked about it, but the defensive effort that these forwards put in. I know watching the games here at MSU against Central Missouri, Central Oklahoma, everybody is getting back, fighting to win the ball. How important is that to the defense and being able to have those three shutouts to start the year?
It's huge. We always talk about our defensive success is a full collective team effort from front to back, and we've been able to get that. We've got a team that's very committed, invested in that approach, and they've been rewarded for it. And we always say you can lean on that when the finishing isn't there. As long as you can keep people off the board, more times than not, you can find one. You're not going to lose. You're going to win a lot of games that way. So yeah, we just need to make sure that stays a priority, and we've got, like I said, a group that's very, very committed to that side of the ball.
This trek to North Dakota can kind of be a haul. Is it nice to get it out of the way a little bit sooner this year compared to last year?
It is. It's great to, hopefully have good weather when we go up there and not go in November when it's a little bit colder. But it's a little challenging because we obviously had 2 back-to-back weekends, very long trips, going to Michigan and now going to North Dakota. But, our team has a lot of energy right now, and I think they're in a really good place. So we know we'll have 2 huge tests up there, but we're excited.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me.
Awesome. Thanks, Rob.
We'll be right back after the break. Stay with us.